Hey all, good to be with you. We are talking about worship still. We got a couple more days, I think, just to wrap this thing up. But I'm on a roll here. We're talking about the worship that Satan hates. When Jesus told Satan to worship God and worship him only in Matthew chapter 4, Satan ran and never came back because he knew that worship is something he could not stand. You see, he wanted everybody to worship him. And when people didn't worship him and they worshiped God, he didn't dig that, and off he went, and he went off to sulk and take it out on us. But this worship is worth looking at. There's a verse in 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31, that says, and it describes beautifully what I think authentic worship looks like. It says there, do everything as unto the Lord. That's good worship. Not just singing songs like we said the other day. There's a whole lot more to it, as we've said that before too. But do everything. You mean, Trevor, everything? Raise my kids as unto the Lord? Absolutely. Do my business as unto the Lord? Absolutely. Go about my sports life as unto the Lord? Absolutely. Do everything as unto the Lord. He doesn't just say do the secular stuff as unto the Lord or do the sacred stuff as unto the Lord. He combines those two things. Remember, we spoke yesterday about the combination of the sacred and the secular. They got to be in the same spiritual box, and that's a powerful place to live out of, that particular box. But he says here, do everything. That means everything you don't want to do. You know, everything that you don't like to do, that God tells you to do, you better do it because there's joy and worship in that. What about all the things you can do? People, you are highly gifted people. God has given you great gifts. He's given you incredible abilities. He's given you the ability that is unique to something that only you have to be a blessing and to add value to the world and the church around you. He says, do that as unto me, not as unto you. It's not about getting credit for anything. Do all of those things as unto me. What about all the things you like to do? Man, you know, you mean even the small little things that I like to do? Do those as unto the Lord, as an act of worship. The things you have to do, we've covered that. Those things that that are part of life, do them as unto the Lord. And everything you love to do it all and everything as unto the Lord. Now, James tells us why this is an important thing. In James 1, verse 8, he says this, a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. You know, it's secular or it's sacred, and he's unstable. He's looking, should I treat this thing with a secular mindset, or should I look at this with spiritual eyes? He's stuck between these two places, and he's double-minded, and it says that the double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. That means he's simply like a schizophrenic Christian. You know, if you put everything in your life into different circles and you combine these things, every circle should have the same center. A schizophrenic person has a center for this and a circle around it, a point for this and a thing around it, and they never the twain or they never meet and they never combine together to become single-minded, one-center things. If you're living your life, whether you call them compartments or whether you call them circles, whatever, with that, you're going to be very miserable. You're going to be turning to all sorts of depression and medication and stuff that I don't believe you really need sometimes. If we could just get our minds and our lives in order, because when there's no order, chaos erupts. Now, in Psalm 86, verse 11, David cries out for this, give me an undivided heart. That means a heart that is simply after God. A heart that says everything. When I'm in battle with the Philistines, I'm doing it as unto the Lord. When I'm sitting at home in pleasant times with my children and eating at the table of God's plenty, I'm going to do that as unto the Lord as well. So this is an all-exclusive thing to worship God, but it's also all-inclusive of everything in your life. Do everything as unto the Lord. There's huge benefits to doing that. And when the secular and the sacred get together like this, it's a powerful life. And I'll tell you a little bit more about what that looks like tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.